Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we're here in Astroneer. We're gonna try and survive, try and make a civilization, and try to get some power in our base and stuff. Quick disclaimer though, today's video will be on a voiceover. Like, I will be doing a voiceover for today's video because the audio on the first actual video, my voice was a bit soft, so I will be doing a voiceover. So yeah, for those of you who don't know what Astroneer is, it's basically a game where you try and survive in space. But anyways guys, if you do enjoy today's video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to never miss a video. So, I landed in the world between mountains, which I didn't exactly like that much since it was a bit annoying to mine through the mountains with my mining machine and going over the mountains with rovers. But anyways, so I opened things up, I got the base out, looked a bit around. I then got the starting platform, the oxygenator, and the medium printer, which is basically like the things you can start with. It's like a starting package. I opened the oxygenator, opened the starting platform, and also opened the medium printer to start printing. But first I would need some resources, which I will get now. By the way, also there's like power, as you can see there's like a power cable running into the platform. That's basically the power. How thicker the yellow line is in the power cable, how much power I have. That's how much power I have. The thicker the better, the thinner the worse. So we should keep it a little bit big. And I started exploring in the forest and I almost instantly found some resin, which is good. We can use that to print some stuff. So I'll speed this up for you guys. Finished mining for now, but I found some compound, so I decided to mine that as well, since I will also need some compound. I then started exploring some more, and wait for it, ta-da! There's a platform. I found a platform, and it had a medium solar panel on it, which is good. I could get some power for the base. Also, I think some extenders on it. But anyways, I started exploring some more with my medium solar panel, and kaboom! I found a large rocket piece. Yeah, those are sometimes really good. They have some good loot in them. Yeah, I was kind of happy that I could find a big rocket piece. So I mined it out and started looking for the loot inside of it. I mined a bit out, and boom, I found a rover seat, which was good for when we got a rover or a vehicle. I could place that on the vehicle and yeah, start driving it. And also I found some ores at the top, like sphalerite and also carbon. As you can see, I'm also struggling a bit to take out the things out of my backpack and put some things in the backpack. But yeah. I decided to make me another oxygen filter, since I would also be out here for maybe a while, and take the other sphalerite. I then head out and decided I would leave the rover seat in there for when I will need it, or when I came back to it, since I had to carry the medium solar panel. So I would come back to it later. Just for now, I would carry the solar panel back home. Alright, I made it back to base with the medium solar panel. So I decided to make myself a small printer, so that with the small printer I could make a small platform to put the medium solar panel on to get some power into the base. So I got the small printer, and I then decided to make the medium platform. Then I got the medium platform, I put it down, opened it up, then put on the medium solar panel and hooked it up to the base. Now I also just need to wait for it to be day so that the solar panel can open and start producing power into the base. I then decided to make a research chamber to start researching stuff. With the things that I research, I get research bytes, and with research bytes I can get new stuff. Confusing, I know. It might sound a bit confusing, but yeah. I then head back into a forest, or I think a new forest, and I went around until I saw it. Another big crashed spaceship, and two of them actually, right next to each other, which was a really lucky find. I then decided to loot them, or dig them out and then loot them. I mined this first one out, and I hoped of getting some good loot or a storage, which you will see I will later find. Luckily I did find some more materials underneath there, like quartz and malachite. I decided to take the quartz. I then looted the second spaceship, but first I had to dig it out since there was ground in it, or dirt. I found some copper, which I then printed into a work light to give me some light when it's dark, so that was useful. I mined it out and voila, I found a medium storage space. So I could now put some things onto my storage unit so that I can be a bit sorted. I now have to carry this all the way back without dying of oxygen or fall damage, which I luckily did make it back. Back at the base, I put the storage unit down and put some of my things onto it. After that, I saw that my research chamber was finished, but now I would need a platform to put it on, and the platform that I would need is a large platform, which used 2 resin, which I didn't have, so I had to go mining for 2 resin, just 2, to get a large platform to put my research chamber on and hook up to the base to get some power into it. So I went back to the resin place where I mined at the start of the video, and there wasn't exactly that much left, so I had to mine a lot, or what I could find. Another problem was that my oxygen was running low, so I decided to run back to base after getting my resin. Luckily, I just made it. Also, if I run out of oxygen, I die. But then my backpack stays, so that I can come back, loot my backpack, and then just hopefully get back to base again. Well, my digger and my backpack stays, but anyways. Now I just had to wait for the large platform to finish printing. So my solar panel was up and running and giving my base some power, which was good since I needed it. And my large platform was still printing. Luckily it just finished. I decided to put it down here, in which I could plug it in and then get the research chamber and open it up, and then I could also plug that in. Now I needed a research item to research in the research chamber. I luckily found one kind of close to my base, so I took it back and put it in the research chamber to start researching it for research bites. I then decided on what to make next, since I already had the research chamber. I decided if I wanted another research chamber or maybe a large printer. I head up the mountains to start exploring a bit, and look what I found. I found another medium solar panel and also a small one for my backpack. I then took those home as well. Luckily I could slide down, and which was kind of weird since the solar panel was kind of clipping through the ground, but we'll just ignore that and be thankful that we can luckily go down fast. Now I needed another medium platform though, so I needed to get some more resin, and the mine where I was mining at for resin was kind of drying out. I finally made it to the mine and started mining, but I could not really find that much resin. I could only find ammonium. Luckily I did find a bit of resin, so yeah, I could take that back to base. I just needed to mine a bit more. The problem was my oxygen was running low, so I would have to use another resin, or I would have to mine resin to get me oxygen. Finally, I found the resin I needed. I then quickly made myself an oxygen filter to start getting oxygen into my backpack. Once I had the oxygen back in, I could start mining again for resin. I then actually realized I had resin in my inventory, so I decided to go back to base actually. And now that I'm back to base, I started making the medium platform. Also, our power was doing bad. Our power line was very small. The yellow bit in it was very small, which meant that we didn't have lots of power in our base. And our solar panel was closed, which also meant that it wasn't day, which you can see. Luckily, the medium platforms finished printing, and I put the solar panel on it, so that when it's day, I could start producing power again. I also then researched a smelting furnace, which I could make, but I needed to find some resources for the smelting furnace, which I had just researched. I went into the forest looking for the resources which I needed, and I looked a bit around. I found the 2 crashed spaceships I left with still a bit of loot in them, and still looked around for the resources, and boom, I found some resin, which I actually needed right now since my oxygen was running low again. I then looked for some, I got the resin and made me a oxygen filter to still keep myself alive. I then mined a bit more for some resin. I looked around a bit, and what do you know, I found myself another medium wind turbine. Another power source, so this was a really lucky run. I decided to look around a bit more. I found some resin, which I decided also to mine, which was good, so now I could print some more stuff. Still mining some resin and sorting out my backpack, and still mining for the resin to print stuff and maybe make a smelting furnace. Once I was finished mining, I decided to go back to base since I had what I wanted, resin. And I took the medium wind turbine as well for power. And also, it was windy now, so the medium wind turbine was spinning. I slid it down with the wind turbine, clipping it through the rocks, trees, even the ground. Yeah. Also, I made myself another oxygen filter. Once back at the base, I needed another medium platform, so I would make that as well to get some more power into my base. Then I checked up on how much I would need for the smelting furnace and saw that I needed 1 compound. I then took the medium platform, which was finished, opened it and put it on top of the medium turbine and also plugged it in. Then I realized I had actually enough compound. I had a compound at my base which I threw out of my inventory earlier, so I then started making the smelting furnace. I looked around my base a bit and I found this research item which I could also use at the research chamber. I slid it back down and then I put it in the research chamber and started researching it. The smelting furnace was almost finished, but then I would still have to make the large platform for it, which I would place around here, so I started making some space for the large platform to put the smelting furnace on. When the smelting furnace was finished, I started making the large platform, which I would put the smelting furnace on top of. I then decided where I would put it and decided I would still put it where I made some space for it. And now enjoy this time lapse of making a large platform. And finished. Now I would take this platform, put it down, and then I would open it, open the smelting furnace, hook up the large platform to the power, put on the smelting furnace, and then start smelting. See, it's kind of a process, but it's fun once you have it. So that then I can start smelting stuff and getting some new stuff. I decided to smelt the cephalerite first to get myself some zinc. I then smelted the quartz to get myself some glass. But Guys, I think I'm gonna end off the video here, so if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to never miss a video. See you guys in the next episode.